Okay, so if you just do a search for GSS Data Explorer, go to their site, you can create an account if you want. I don't think you need to search the variables. And type in almost any word. They have quite a range of topics here. Start searching through them. So for this one, we're going to look at religion in which you were raised, which I've already put in the cart, and religious preference. If you want to put a different one in a cart, you can read about it or click here to read about it, click here to add it to your cart. These blue dots tell you when the variable was actually measured, starting in 1972. The ones closer to the right have been measured quite recently. Once you get the ones you want, they'll show up in your cart. You go to Actions, Analyze Data, and I think you might need to get at least a guest account to do that Analyze Data. It's free. And then we're going to do a crosstab. Okay, the religion in which people grew up, let's have that on the left side of our chart. And then the religion that people are using now, let's put that as the column variable. So you get those. These are some different. I am going to exclude missing values for the sake of this, just to reduce some of the jumble. And we'll create that analysis. So we get a chart that looks like this. We can export it in Excel. Pull it up. It'll look something like this. We're going to go ahead and get rid of most of this here. And there's some stuff down there. If we were going to publish something, we'd want to cite that source. But for now, we're just going to grab all of that right here. Grab all of this, cut it to the clipboard, and paste it here in our site. Okay, so take a real quick look at what we have here. On the left is the religion in which the person was raised. And across the top is the current, as an adult, person's religious preference. So just to clarify, you, for example, would fit into one of these boxes. Now, you might argue that if you're in between religion, you might argue that somehow, but in general, people would fit into one of these boxes. So for example, let's say you were raised Catholic and then eventually converted to Protestantism, still remained in the Christian church but went to a Protestant church. You would be one of these 1961 people. You would be counted in this box. Or let's say that you were raised Buddhist and eventually converted to some other religion that's not mentioned here. You would be in this category. So starting off Buddhist, then converting to one of the religions that's not mentioned here. There were 2 out of these 58,952 people in the sample that would have fallen in that category. So each one of these people right here, each one of these numbers represents a single person, and you can kind of see their religious upbringing and what they were when they answered the survey. To simplify for this assignment, we're going to make a few changes. So I deleted a couple. I deleted inter non-denominational, which is different than non-denominational Christian. Those people would either be under probably Protestant or Christian, maybe Catholic. Taking that, I also took out Native American, not because I don't respect and care for Native Americans, but because these numbers are so low. And one of the downsides of a chi-squared test is you really do need at least a minimum sample size there. And then I also took out other just for the sake of a more clear-cut analysis for this class. Now I did leave all of those categories here because we still want to know if someone converted. So say they did grow up in the Protestant church and they converted to a Native American religion. I still want to count them in the data set because they did convert, and I'm curious of these major religions, what were the rates of conversions. So I lumped these four into one category, all into the Christian category. By all means, if you want to play around with these, change it. If you don't feel that Protestants and Catholics should be considered in the same category, feel free to do what you need to there. I also lumped together Buddhism, Hinduism, and other Eastern religions for a total of 5 categories. And then I looked at another variable, which is, did they convert to a different religion? So these people here would have kept their religion. These people here would have changed. The way that I got that, so if I'm saying I started Christian, then I'm going to be in one of these 4, and I kept my religion, I have to be in one of these 4, because these are the 4 that ended up as Christians. So what I really am doing is adding up all of these 16 numbers. These are the 16 cells where the participants started as a Christian and ended up as a Christian. So that's what this number reflects. This number here would be the ones who started as a Christian and ended anywhere in one of these cells, any of these that we're not counting as Christian. And then did a similar thing for Jewish, no religion, Eastern, and Muslim Islam. And then what we're going to do is just grab these, cut, paste into a new tab. Notice you get all this crazy stuff, which is because these were based on formulas for cells that are empty in our spreadsheet. We just want to paste values only, and that'll take care of us, give us what we want there.